Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, moving forward, um, yesterday after I posted my video regarding the Democratic Convention, yeah, I got a lot of attacks, personal attacks, and so forth and so on, and people trying to convince me that I have to vote One Direction and beat Trump and all this kind of stuff. That you know, the fact is, we can't just try to get rid of Trump without looking where we're going. You know, yeah, you're trying to escape, the avalanche, and you drive off a cliff. You've got to look where you're going. And besides that, let me just bring up the name of my channel. The name of my channel, it's right there. It is right there. Issues Unite. Abbreviated from Issues Unite, Names Divide. Doesn't matter what name you throw in there. It can be Trump, Biden, Hillary, Obama, Bernie, Democrat, Republican. Throw a name in there. You can be discussing issues and have complete agreement. Soon as you throw a name in there, all agreement's gone. I consider all names to be cults. Yet people have literally been turning names into religions. You must bow down and worship the name. My cult is better than your cult. And ours is the only true way. No. I will not go with that. I try to be as objective as I can. Now, true objectivity is an illusion. Everybody has an agenda. And I admit to having an agenda. My agenda is, peace, prosperity for all, income equality, Medicare, or medical care for all, prison reform, police reform. In other words, all the things that benefit the most human beings, including what helps the general economy, not just the rich. There's my agenda. That's the lens by which I view all things. So I try, as long as it's falling within there, I try to be objective and look at what is helping people the most. And I don't care what the source is. I examine individual issues. And a lot of people just refuse to do that. It's too complex, it's too hard, it takes too much effort, it's intellectually lazy. And you can object to that, but it is the truth. I don't have any problem with people that want to debate with me on intellectual, reasonable, factual grounds. But you've got to convince me that if you want me to vote for Biden or Trump or anyone else, you've got to convince me that this is absolutely the best choice that is available. And that's just not happening. So Not only is that not happening, but people aren't even trying to. Personal attacks are not going to convince me or anyone else. Yeah, you try to, if I'm not for Biden and I say I want to vote third party, that I'm going to vote third party, oh, well, you're electing Trump. We heard this in 2016. I do not owe anyone my vote. I don't have to vote at all. But my vote is my choice. That's what democracy is. That is democracy. I don't have to vote within the two-party system. So, moving forward from here, I haven't reviewed Biden's speech as yet. I will at some point within the next couple of days. Right now, I've got to go take a nap before I go to work tonight. But I'm absolutely certain that it is nothing but platitudes. It's just like the rest of the convention, militaristic, devoid of substance, devoid of policy. Or what policies he puts forward benefit the rich more than they do you. You just have to look at it from the right angle and where it's going, just like the ADA thing that he wants to push instead of universal health care that most Americans support. The ADA is a mandatory in making you have to buy corporate insurance with no cap on premiums, no cap on deductibles, no limit on what they can refuse, no cap on co-payments, but they can put a cap on your coverage. I've been in the position where I had insurance, but because of the cost of the medical insurance, I couldn't afford to go to the doctor because I hadn't met my deductible. After I paid my insurance premium, I didn't have the money to go to the doctor. What good was that insurance for me? The insurance corporations made a bundle. What did I get out of it? Nothing at all. And yet this is what he wants to push. He says that he's in favor of workers' unions. Look at my last video. What good are unions if nobody has a job? You have to have workers to have a workers' union. So this is all platitudes and false narrative. You need to be conscious of this. You need to pay attention. Yeah, you keep saying that, we can't survive 4 more years of Trump. At least Trump has some theatrical resistance from the media, from the Democratic Party, the resistance that hands him $500 billion for his wall, caves on DACA, says he's a militaristic threat, and then increases the military budget during massive protests about police and Department of Homeland Security abusing people, throwing them into unmarked vans. They vote to increase funding for DHS. There's your resistance. The ones that oppose universal health care. The ones that oppose ending any wars. No, that's not resistance. That's assistance. And I cannot do it. I will not do it. All right? I pointed out that, our risks of further warfare under Biden would be probably higher than they are under Trump. Trump has continued the wars and been bullyish toward other countries, but he hasn't started any actual active shooting wars. Whereas under Obama and Biden, we went from bombing 2 countries to 7 countries, had the pivot to Asia, in place sanctions on Venezuela, etc., increased the troop presence along the Russian border, and Obama and Biden promises to continue this. And now there's some talk of giving Hillary some spot in the administration. Okay, so moving forward from here, we really need to look at our options. And what I'm going to start doing is going over the Green Party platform in a series of videos. I may go ahead and just compare them to the Democratic Party platform, and then compare Biden and Hawkins and their policies. If you want to have a conscious democracy, if you want to actually make a choice, that choice can't be forced upon you. You need to make a conscious choice. It needs to be an informed choice. And if you're not informed, then all you're doing is following the other sheep. So, this is what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start making comparisons between parties and policies and candidates so that you know what your actual choices are. You can ignore them, which I expect most people to do. But they're going to stay, most people are going to stay stuck in their direction and follow their cult. And it is a cult. It is a religion. And they'll keep on attacking. Fine, bring it on. For the most part, I'm just going to ignore you from here on. I really don't care. You can call that weakness. I call it not engaging with, pointless conflict for the sake of conflict. I won't do it. You can offend me, you can insult me, whatever. I'm not going to engage with you. So just be aware of that right now. All you're doing is looking for likes. I'm trying to inform people. This is my goal. When you throw insults out there, ask yourself what your goal is, what you are trying to accomplish. Because what you're trying to accomplish is not a positive thing. I'm trying to accomplish the greatest positive possible. All right? So, and for you all that think that I support Trump because I don't support Biden, you'll notice that throughout all of this, where I was talking about comparisons, I didn't mention him at all. All right? So, in my comparisons, I may go ahead and do a comparison which compares Hawkins and Biden and Trump. Democrats, Green Party, and Republican Party. Just to be fair and as unobjective as possible. I mean, just to be as objective as possible. Unobjective, okay. Just to be as objective as possible. All right. Please share this video. Discuss these subjects respectably. Treat other people with respect. When you treat them with disrespect, you're not doing any good. You're not going to intimidate anybody. You're not going to change any minds that way. We need to move forward from here. If we are going to move forward as a society, it begins with each of us. All right, if you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel, and I hope you have a good day.